Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I have another quick unboxing for you. This is a knife that I've been excited for quite a while. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you may have seen I have already reviewed the prototype of this knife, I want to say twice, because I reviewed kind of an early prototype and then I got sent a prototype that was a little further along. And I've been excited to see this knife actually happen for quite a while, and it's here, it's done. So this is by Self Reliant Knives, or SRK if you will, and the guy behind SRK, his name is Cliff. He's a really nice dude. I've chatted with him quite a bit in the process of reviewing the prototypes, and then as he kind of got production going, and now he's been doing these in little batches. He had a little bit of a grinder incident on, I think it was one of his thumbs, where he took off a pretty sizable chunk of his fingertip, which was pretty gnarly to see, so that slowed him down a little bit. But he's been putting out some like production ones of these finally, and I've been really excited to see them because I really liked the prototype. I found it was a good EDC fixed blade, and I've kind of gone through waves of carrying EDC fixed blades, where sometimes I'll do it quite a bit, other times I hardly ever do. Lately I've been carrying a few of them, and this one is nice because it's a size that I think is really usable. A lot of EDC fixed blades tend to get really small, so they're ultra carryable, and those have a place. I like some of those, but sometimes you just feel like you need a little more knife than some of the tiny little guys, and I think this is a great size as an EDC fixed blade. So I'm excited to see how this fares as a full production model, because I've only seen prototypes. There's a green sticker on here. I believe that's because I chose Green Micarta. But let's go ahead and open this box up. This is a pretty sweet box, by the way, for somebody just starting out as a maker to have branded box like this, and it's all kind of set up well. We've got a little COA in here folded up. Let's see. All right, so the model is called the LeBlanc. I assume after my buddy Alex, who had a hand in helping to bring this to fruition. The blade on these is Z-Finite, which is a cool steel. Should be super rust resistant with Z-Finite. Handle material is green micarta with black G10 liners. Finish is satin. Sheath is Kydex. HRC is 59 to 60. And then we've got Cliff's little signature down there at the bottom. So very cool. Nice folded up thing. I got a Self Reliant Knives sticker as well. And let's get in here. All right, so right off the bat, I'm seeing quite a few things that come with it. So we've got, let me just show you, got a few little bits of hardware that can go with this. I believe these are called tech locks, if I'm not mistaken. What does it say? Dots, patent pending, made in Taiwan. I'm pretty sure this is referred to as a tech lock. And I've used these on a few different knives in the past. Basically, you can set up hardware through these dots onto the sheath of the knife, and then you can clasp this onto whatever you want. And it kind of hinges down on this end, and you can clip it onto stuff, which is super handy. So it comes with one of those and hardware, and then it also comes with two soft loops, which for me on an EDC fixed blade, this tends to be the way I like to go. Soft loops so that I can carry horizontally, almost like appendix carry, but horizontal is like what's comfortable for me on an EDC fixed blade. So that's going to be sweet, and I can set it up however I want because the stuff's just in the box with it. I like that a lot. Now we've got some foam that is taped up to keep the knife secure in here. And check this out. This immediately, just right off the bat, feels more finished than either of the prototypes, or it might have even been 3 prototypes that I've gotten a handle. Because those were prototypes and they were kind of thrown together to prove the concept, they weren't as perfect as this already is. This feels really well done. There's no rattle in the sheath. That was one of the things on at least one of the prototypes that I shouldn't say drove me crazy, but I would have given critique on. This finishing on the handle looks and feels really nice. It's a pretty slick micarta, but has just enough texture to it that it's not totally smooth. Look at those transitions with the liners under the scales and just the way that everything matches up. Really, really well done. Fitment in the sheath feels great. It's really tight in a nice way. Look at that. This thing is so thin and so light. It's really just, it's like shocking how light it is for the size of this fixed blade. It just looks like it's going to be heavier than it actually is. These grinds look sweet. I really, really like these grinds. I like the forward jimping. I like the way that it just, for my hand, feels like exactly as much knife as I'll probably ever really need for anything EDC related, and it's not more than that. I don't have a bunch of handles sticking out. I don't have an obscenely long blade. I just have what feels like a natural amount of knife to use. We've got his logo lasered on here, SRK, see that right there. This thing looks really great. I'm impressed with how this came together. The hardware is sitting down flush with the scales, nice and even all the way around. This micarta, again, has a cool texture. The liners are done well. Sharpening choil is nice. This edge feels really sharp. Hold on. Yeah, that's biting on a really low angle into my thumbnail. That's really, really sharp. And it's a thin stock, which is a great move in my opinion. I think that's, for an EDC knife, it's better to have thinner stock because you're going to be slicing with this knife more than doing crazy hard use tasks with it. And it is thin, very thin right down behind the edge, and it stays thin out toward the tip. It's got a very precise tip as well. This will be something that you can get into some nooks and crannies and make precise little cuts with. Look at that satin too. You did a really good job here. Yeah, this is sweet. I'm impressed. Again, really exciting to see something that I got to review as a prototype and handle multiple iterations of the prototype now be a real thing. That's one of those unique joys of being a reviewer in the space, is getting opportunities like that. Prototypes are just exciting, and to now, yeah, see it come to fruition is really, really cool. This feels great. I'm excited to start carrying it. I'm going to toss these soft loops onto this sheath. Let's see how it goes in. Oh, that is I imagine this will probably break in a little bit. I had already felt softer on that one than it did on the first, but that is a positive click in, and it's got this nice little thumb ramp here that you can push off of to kind of draw the knife out. It's a nice tight sheath. Yeah, look at that. It's not going anywhere. Maybe I'll wear this on some trail runs even. That could be fun to do. So yeah, it is here. It is real. It's a production knife now. Production is also kind of a loose term. Cliff is making these in his shop. So I believe he's using machinery to do that, some CNC stuff. But he's also definitely putting quite a bit of handwork into these. So I don't know. It's a blurry line sometimes between production and is there some custom work into it? Does that make it a mid-tech? I don't know. You tell me what you think it is, I guess. But really, really cool and really well done. And I'm proud that he's gotten here. It's really cool to see. So well done, Cliff. You're the man. Anyways, thanks for checking it out. I will link down below to Self Reliant Knives so that you can check them out. I'll put his site and his Instagram, whatever I can scrounge up so that it's easier for you to see. And yeah, check him out if you haven't, because this is really cool. It's such a thin, light, but still like full-sized EDC fixed blade, which I don't see as much as, I don't know, I guess maybe I'd like to. Anyway, thanks for checking it out, guys. We'll see you on the next one.